Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be doing my third kind of more review type video of a TT Combat order, MaxMini rather I should say, specifically centered around their mystery box. So a couple of days ago I put in an order to MaxMini. They had their October 25% off half guard space halflings, which I have a bit of an army for. I haven't done much with them yet. I've got a couple of videos up on my Instagram, but there are a few more things I'd like to have picked up, so I picked them up during the sale. So if you go into the order, obviously you can see it all kind of laid out here, packed into this small box. I'm still not entirely sure how they did it with all that packing foam. And as I say, I've got two sets of halfling special weapons, which if I get them out, I can show some of you guys. So I've already downgraded them into one box. But if I show you a couple, I got the energy guns, which are effectively like plasma guns, and grenade launchers, which are obviously grenade launchers. So there's some really, really nice sculpts. They come out of the mould really well. You can just see them, they're really quite well moulded. There's a couple of them that have some quite bad mould lines where the two moulds didn't completely meet. But it's not the end of the world on such a small model. So yeah, I was quite pleased with them. Normally I think they're £10 for 5, but I picked them up £7.50 for 5, so they'll go in with my other squads, which I'm quite pleased with. I also picked up a second tank. So this is a core tank, because in the army set, you should get this tank in the army set, which is what I bought. But I got the effectively Demolisher style tank. I don't know why, just a mistake packaging, I suppose. So if I just dive into this and show you guys some of the parts. So you can see this is the body, which again, really well moulded, really well sculpted. One piece there for the body, which is nice, and then each track is one part. So again, this is really nicely moulded. The other side of the track there. You see each track is come out of the mould. And then the turret, which just sits on top with the body like that. So nothing clever, but, you know, it does the job. And then a pair of sponsons, and then an absolute ton of weapon options. So we've got the Vanquisher cannon and the Battle Cannon, I'm assuming those are those variants. And then the Nova Cannon variant, there. And then I think it's Executioner variant. And it's going to be a bit tricky with only one hand, but I'll show you kind of how this slots in. So you can see it's built in the same way as the Lemon Rust kit is for the Imperial Guard. It just kind of slots in. So one piece turret, which is fantastic, because I find with my Imperial Guard Lemon Rust, the turret keeps kind of falling apart, whereas this, you know, all you need to do is just wiggle it out, and it fits nice and tightly. I mean, if I say doing it with one hand is harder than doing it with two. You know, you can lift the turret up and wave it about, and it's, you know, stuck in there. You can kind of alter how high it is with a bit of blue tack. You know, that'd be solid. So that's the core tank set, and then you can see in there all the special weapons that just go into the sponsons. They just pop into the sponsons like that. So they're not terribly tight, need a bit of blue tack in there. But that's in the end of the world. And then separate top hatches, which just kind of slot in. It'll be easy once I've cleaned it all up. Yeah, they do the set of tank commanders, but I wasn't a huge fan of them, so I'm going to convert my own. That'll probably be on my Instagram again. That's the half guard stuff. And then onto the mystery box. So this is fantasy only, so only fantasy models. It's £20 for 40 models with no duplicates, so that makes it 50p per model. I've got one over here, let me just grab that. Including one kind of bigger than infantry size model. So I unboxed mine, and if I go through it quickly, my Gargantuan model was this Ogre, which is a fantastic model based on kind of an original Games Workshop sculpt. But we already have a unit of ogres. My dad bought some as a unit of mercenary ogres for his goblins or his chaos or anything like that. So I'm probably going to look to selling him again. I've then got a range of kind of, well, a few more halfling models, which will be nice. You can see I've got one or two there. Including one of the newer Bretonnian style halflings. If it focuses, there we go. Which is a fantastic model, which I'm hoping to use as a unit commander in one of my other halfling units. I'm really pleased with him. As I say, I think I've got a few Egyptian-y kind of models, so it's like an Egyptian elf kind of thing. A few kind of mummies, things like that. A couple of kind of, like Arabian corsairs, which are some quite nice models. A couple of their newer orcs. One with a spear and one with a bow, which we originally thought were not great models, but actually getting them out in the box, they were surprisingly good. This other mummy, which is going to be a fantastic model for our D&D collection, like a jackal. So as you can see, it's just a random selection of 40 models. I haven't counted them up, but I can well believe that it is 40. You can see the giant rat hiding there, which is a nice little model. So, yeah, I was pretty pleased with that. I thought for £20, 50p a model is a fantastic buy, especially when compared to Games Workshop models, where you're easily paying £4 or £5 each. It arrived yesterday, so on Saturday, and I think I ordered it probably on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. So it arrived really quickly. Everything was packaged fine, and everything came through the post completely undamaged. There's a few kind of warping issues, especially with the barrel. You can see that it got a bit hot and then it let it cool down. And a few kind of resin bits of flash and things. But, the majority of the models, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, are really, really crisply sculpted. I mean, I've got no complaints about, it's not really focusing again, about the moulding or anything. So yeah, I'm happy with that order, and I think in total, it's cost me about £55, which is a lot of money on the face of it, but again, when compared to Games Workshop stuff, and some of this is, I'll say, better than Games Workshop quality, and the models are a lot more fun. For example, I've got a couple of halfling mummies that are fantastic. But £55 for, quite a big tank, for 10 special weapons halflings, and then for another 40 random assorted models, all of which came with their own bases, MDF bases at that, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to put them either on regular Warhammer plastic square bases or our round Renaja bases, but I can still use them. I can burn them if I need to for fuel. But some of them are like an inch. I can probably use something in D&D. So yeah, as I say, I'm really pleased with this order. I thought the mystery box is a gamble, like they always will be, but I think this came off. Really pleased with not all the models, but as I say, it's kind of, you take the gamble, but most of the models, I'm really pleased with. That's really all I've got to say about this. Yeah, my only suggestion is, guys, pop onto MaxMini, have a look at what they've got. Some of the prices are a bit expensive, but you get some good stuff. You do need to wash it and clean it up, and sometimes paint chips off where the resin's not fully cleaned. But yeah, compared to Games Workshop stuff, there's some really, really nice models on their website. I don't think I have any others down and painted that I can show you in a minute. Some really, really nice stuff for some competitive prices. I will be doing a half guard. It's effectively space halflings. They're not really squats because they've got less of a grimdark feel. But I'll be doing a half guard army showcase in the future once I've got it all painted up. But for now, guys, thanks for checking out the video. I know it's only a short one, but I didn't have a lot to say about this. So thanks for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful or informative, then as always, a like, a subscribe, and a comment would be fantastic. Hop over to TT Combat. I will have a link in the video description. Until next time, keep hobbying, check out the rest of my videos, and I will see you in the next video.